Hey everybody, this is Greslin. Welcome back. And today we're talking about Companion Heal Thyself version 1.4, which is long overdue. I originally put out this mod about a year ago, and I'm finally making good on a promise I've been making for a long time. This is as of 1.4. This now supports all companions, robots, custom, modded, DLC, everybody. It also automatically detects them. Does it all dynamically. Nothing's hard coded, and that means if you've got this mod, that DLC, none of the above, just the base game, it doesn't matter. It will simply work. So let's take a look. Now, if you've been playing CHT for a while, you already know the basics, but I'm gonna try to explain them for people who've never played this mod before. Uh, Companion Heal Thyself was my answer to the strange mechanic Bethesda put in Fallout 4, where in the middle of a big firefight, if your companion took X amount of damage and fell to enemy fire, they just sort of sat there until you looped back around and stabbed them with a stim pack and got them back up and moving. Um, if you were, and that's in survival. If you were playing a lower difficulty setting, they would stay there until the end of combat and then they restore. And I sort of understand. I mean, Bethesda had to do some sort of mechanic to offset the fact that your companion was basically immortal, and several of them are plot important, so you couldn't really kill them off. But at the same time, that's really strikes me as absurd, and it's really impractical when you start adding in mods that increase spawns, improve the AI, such as my own Pack Attack NPC mod. Anything that makes combat more intense and more dangerous just means your companion is going to go down harder and faster. So what Companion Heal Thyself does is allow you to give stim packs, or for robots, give them robot health kits and robot repair kits if you have automation DLC installed. And when they go into bleed out, when they need to when they need to get their HP back up, basically when they need a stim pack, they can apply it to themselves. And this is the MCM setting menu. Let me go through it real quick for you. There are two basic modes to CHT. There's bleed out recovery and there's quick stimming. Bleed out recovery is what happens when they've already fallen and now they're either waiting for you to come help them or they're trying to recover themselves. Quick stimming is what happens when their HP drops below a certain point in combat and now they're trying to get their HP back up to the point so that they don't end up going into bleed out. You're probably going to want to have a specific mix of these two to your own taste. You can turn either one on or off. You can set, like for bleed out, you can adjust the time that they're going to be on the ground um, before they get back up. We're just gonna drop the delayed time all the way down to 5 because I want to kind of show you what we're going to do here. And we want when they come back out of bleed out, this is how much this is the percentage of health they're going to have. So let's bring them back out to about 30%. Um, these settings are here because I never wanted this to be a God mod. If you want to play it as a God mod, that's your choice, but that was never my intention. Now again, quick stimming means to use a stim pack before they actually go into bleed out to boost up their HP. If you have this turned on, they're going to go through a lot of stim packs. So keep that in mind. You may want to leave it turned off. That's up to you. You can drop the threshold to wherever you want. Set to the default's 50%. You can set it to 10, 20, whatever you want. Um, and they won't hit a stim until they get to that point. You can also set here, tell them to keep a certain number of stim packs in reserve. Do not use them for quick stimming, and basically hold on to them for when they needed to recover from bleed out. Now, a certain percentage of the time, they're going to go into instead of going into bleed out, they're going to go into what I call stun, meaning they're going to get knocked out, and they're going to see purple dots, and they're going to not quite be sure where they're at, and it's going to take them a little while to sort of get their bearings and get back into the fray. That's a stun. In practical reality, what that means is they'll recover themselves and without the need for a stim pack. And the way you set that up right here, just adjust your chance. And what it'll do is it'll do an RNG roll when she goes into bleed outs. And if you beat that percentage, then that bleed out's going to turn into a stun, and then she'll recover herself. And you'll get a nice little notification message up there saying, Piper's stunned. Piper's recovered from stunned. Once again, time to stun recovery, HP on the way out. And you can also set this if you want to just automatically have your companion wait until the end of recovery before recovering from a stun. You can still get them up with a stim pack on your own, but it's basically just so that you can configure it to your taste. Dogs don't have opposable thumbs, so they can't stab themselves with a stim pack. Now, if however you want Dogmeat or any other canine companion to have auto stimming ability, you can either leave this off, in which case they'll have magical auto stimming ability just like anybody else, or you can turn this on. Click this to give yourself Dogmeat's magic red bandana of stimming, and then you'll have to put that bandana on your dog, and as long as he's wearing that bandana, he can auto stim. And that's really designed as a demo of the concept. It's a keyword. You can attach the keyword to any other piece of armor, such as a tack vest or a collar or whatever. Otherwise, you can leave this as off, and Dogmeat or your dog canine will simply auto stim themselves. This is new to 1.4. As of 1.4, we now have complete robot support, complete synth support, and what this will do right here is tell the mod to require robot repair kits instead of stim packs for any robot, any G1 or G2 synth, including Nick Valentine, in the game. And of course, you need the automation DLC, or else you don't have repair kits. So we're going to turn this off for just right now, and we're going to give this a shot. Now, as you can imagine, this is my test bed here for CHT. This is where I developed it. And Piper and I have a strange and contentious relationship because she's been shot in the face a couple thousand times over the last year, and as you can tell, she's not really too keen about doing. Come on, don't be that way. Don't be that way. Look at me. Be nice to the nice people. Come on. You've been through this before. Don't worry. You won't remember anything because of the brain damage. All right. So first thing I gotta do is make sure Piper's got some. Just let me know. Let's.
Don't mind the clutter.
What do you got? Okay. First thing I do is make sure she's got some stim packs because this is gonna be a short trip otherwise. So. Because without stim packs, we're just back in vanilla. She's going to collapse on the ground and wait for your help. So first thing we're going to do is kind of test drive the quick stimming. Okay, that was a quick stim. See that? She pulled out the stim pack, stabbed herself in the shoulder. Her HP is going up a little bit as a result. Now what we're going to do is knock her the hell out. You know what? This is only out of love. Don't do that. You have a very dysfunctional relationship at this point. Okay, so obviously we just put her into bleed out. Companion's in trouble. No, she's not. She's fine. She can roll with these punches. She's got all my stim packs. I don't have any stim packs to help her. I gave her all my stim packs. Now we're waiting. This is there we go. Piper's, oh, it was a stun, so she didn't need a stim pack to get herself out of it. Okay. A few good headshots and maybe, I know, murder is thirsty work. It's not really murder, is it? Oh, what was that? Stray bullet. that was not a stun recovery. That was okay. She's stunned again. Straight bullets do wonders around here. And I'm gonna give her another minute. She'll get to her feet. None the worse for wear. She's no longer stunned. And yeah, that's a lot of blood for. And now fix her up. Fix yourself up, honey. Okay. And so
Hey.
if we go back now.
Where to?
Where to? To hell.
Probably have something you can use.
Yeah, yeah. So you see, now we're down a couple of stim packs because she used them. But since 2 of those 3 bleed outs turned into stuns, she didn't use many of them. So, yeah. So that is Companion Heal Thyself. It's a pretty simple idea. And now, no longer using reference aliases, so it's no longer hard-coded for just the vanilla companions. It's now good for everybody. And, yeah, so... And this is my relationship with Piper, involving bullets and abuse, and probably not the best relationship, certainly a dysfunctional one, but it's the one we got. So anyway, this is Greslin, Companion Heal Thyself 1.4. Hope you had a good time. Check out my other mod, Pack Attack NPC. Pretty proud of that one. And I'm hoping hoping you to use these 2 mods together, because I'm kind of designing them in tandem to be useful for both for the same kind of players. So again, that one's Pack Attack NPC. This one's Companion Heal Thyself. And hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great day. Have fun. Bye bye.